Every spot is filled. You can see that #1 spot, Chelsea Dernova, Justin Pollock qualifying second, Osbo third, Odie Bakshi's fourth. But you know what? We just finished our whole top 31 because our #1 qualifier ended up winning the event. But we will get hit with him in just a moment. But here are our standings coming into round 3. Odie Bakshi's leads the pack, not too far behind Matt Field. I mean, that's basically the difference between a win and second place. So you get the idea. Chelsea Dernova only 28 points behind. Pollock, Vaughn Gittin Jr., and Odie Bakshis. And there we are looking at Pro Spec. So this is after just today's round of competition. We're halfway through that Link Engine Management Pro Spec Championship season. Dmitry Brutsky currently tied with Nick Novak, but most recent winner as of today, Dmitry Brutsky, is with the Red Nickel now.
And try to maximize your angle, follow the transitions of the lead driver in front of you. Here we go, Chelsea Dernova, Adam LZ, first battle up, wet conditions. Let's see if it holds or if it gets drier. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, less than ideal conditions. Our #1 qualifier, Chelsea Dernova, Adam LZ, that made it by the skin of his Nitto tires. It's an all Nitto tire battle. Chelsea Dernova, Adam LZ for the first battle here at E-Town in the Pro Championship in New Jersey. Chelsea Dernova throws in, and Adam LZ trying to chase him out. These guys good friends. They've made video content before. Now coming into that second outside zone, filling all of that 180-degree turn. Chelsea Dernova with a slight little bobble, a little correction there as a slow trickle coming and approaching that first front clip. And now they're going to transition down into that final outside zone, which is menacing because that wall is very unforgiving. We saw Austin Mata get taken out earlier in the Pro Spec Championship, and there they go, crossing the finish line. So ideally, everybody cross your fingers.
Chelsea Dernova will chase him down.
All right, let's switch it up here. Really exciting run here for both of our drivers. And now I think what's crazy is we're at a new track. We're at a brand new track, and we are at in wet conditions that we haven't seen. So Adam LZ leads. Chelsea Dernova gives chase that first outside zone. Here goes Adam LZ into that second outside zone. And now transitioning into, look at that, Chelsea Dernova right there on the door with him. Adam LZ ripping through in that LZ S15. Now slowly crawling around that front inside clip. Some corrections there from LZ, and now into Chelsea Dernova. LZ, ooh, getting that wheel speed up, and just, like I said, look how slick that is, Ryan. Going from that concrete to the black tarmac to scale. You know, the speeds are slower. You're not seeing much smoke. You're seeing more steam. So here we go. Chelsea Dernova gets 1 vote and 2 votes. So that means Adam LZ is knocked out. It is 8:30, but or going till 8:30, or what are we looking at here? So as we are moving on into our next battle, Brandon Sorensen against Wataru Masayama. You can see the age difference, actually. Brandon just turning 17 and just earned his
dry patches so we can get some smoke billowing, but we got to deal with what we have to deal with.
That's right. As the sun sets, the rain's dropping, and the lights come on, both the Type S lights surrounding this E-Town track. The Crazy 8 going under the Tower of Power. Here comes Brandon Sorensen, and now Masayama into that first outside zone. Now coming through the crossover into that second outside zone, which is the biggest one of them all. If you're just joining us, not watching Pro Spec earlier or our first battle, there's a second battle of top 32. Brandon Sorensen comes out of the outside zone and tries to tighten up to that front clip. Wide swing, slow and low. That is the tempo right now as Brandon Sorensen brings it into the treacherous outside zone 3. You saw him go barely off earlier in that sight lap.
Well, what can't this kid do? Certainly impressive there, I think, as we take a look at the replay.
All right, Masayama will now lead the second run of this battle. All right, here we go. Masayama, that Buy Now Japan Sylvia S15. Ryan, you're talking about it a lot. Oh, nice, getting tight to the wall. This is where you can really perform some surgery, but you can showboat. Speaking of boat, with the moisture, and Masayama brings it all the way out to the track's edge. But Brandon Sorensen with amazing proximity here. Look at that, keeping the control, passing past that inside front clip, and Masayama maxing out the angle as Brandon Sorensen brings it around. Oh, as Masuyama spins out past the finish line.
Little bobble there. It looks like the scores are in already.
Yeah, that was quick, man, as Brandon Sorensen gains the attention of the judges, and Brandon Sorensen brings it across. Sorensen via less than ideal conditions, and now here we are. Ryan Turk and Taylor Hull. Ryan Turk receiving that his first ever driver slip in 2003. As it was a drifting competition here back in 03. Taylor full pull hold progressing.
Times looked really well suited in that car.
Yeah, the debut of that vehicle, and he made it look great. Here we go. Debut for him at least. Here goes Ryan Turk in that Gummout Toyota Racing Toyota Corolla hatchback, coming to that first outside zone. Taylor Hull shores it up. Does not get all the way out there. Maybe a little timid there. Whoa, Ryan Turk gets into the wall. Keeps it off there, just bounces right off. And look at Taylor Hull. Look at the proximity here we get from Taylor Hull. Brown cloud being thrown up past that front clip. Crawling past the front clip goes Taylor Hull. Now Ryan Turk bringing it into that final outside zone, and that's where a lot of the drivers overshoot. You just saw it happen to Turk, but makes it look good. It's the second run of this top 32 battle. Ryan Turk, Taylor Hull. Taylor in that comp cams, yellow speed. Next to tires,
Kind of like ATS-V.
all right, here we go. Taylor Hull into that first outside zone. Kisses the wall there as Ryan Turk chases him down into that second outside zone. Taylor massages it in. It's a lot deeper than Ryan Turk, and there he goes, shredding some bumper, knocking some cones out of the way, getting into the dirt. Taylor Hull collecting them all like Pokemon. And now past that front clip, crawling in. And, oh boy, this could get precarious. Oh boy, and there it goes. Oh wow, actually maneuvered it there. Looked like he was gonna get pinched out, but not the case. Yeah, that was insane. I want to see inside lap run here. So do we have a verdict? Ryan Turk or Taylor Hull? Slide him left for Turk, right for Hull, and there it goes, Ryan Turk. Looks like he gets the win on
Head matchups here in the NOS Energy Drink Top 32.
All right, there are the stats. You can see Simon got that claiming the 1100 horsepower. Ken Gushi with the 800.
Possibly also adjusting your driving style depending on the conditions. So let's find out right here how Ken Gushi and Simon Olsen adapt.
There we go. Ken Gushi, Simon Olsen, two Supras out here on the course. About to throw down Ken Gushi in that first outside zone. Simon Olsen, again, another Norwegian driver behind the wheel of a Supra. And look at Ken Gushi. Gets that back right into it, goes deeper and deeper into that outside zone. And Simon Olsen keeps his composure. Now past that front clip, there goes Olsen. And Gushi, let's see how they handle this last and final outer zone. And both of them bring it across again, kicking over that final finish line cone.
Well, the Norwegians. So run number one in the books. Here we go. Let's switch it up.
Simon Olsen will now lead, Ken Gushi giving chase. Let's see how these twin Supras throw down. Simon Olsen, great looking car, as is obviously the Supra in general. Some rad videos coming out there from Toyota and Gazoo Racing, featuring Ken Gushi, Osbo, and Turk. And here goes Simon Olsen. Ken Gushi taking a way shallower line, nowhere near that outside zone, getting into formation. And here goes Olsen into the outside zone. Gushi having some difficulty getting out to the outside zone. Oh, Simon Olsen feeling all of it. And now past that front clip as Ken Gushi just having a tough time here in the wet conditions. Oh man. So again, Gushi just on the inside every time. And again, just another victim.
I guess I've seen enough, so the score is quickly coming in.
So Simon Olsen looks like, and the rain is even coming down thicker now, Ryan. Very unfortunate. So
Great time, and then we stopped by the salt flats on the way back and saw some guys run real fast, and so I was like, this needs to happen in my life.
That's
so,
insane.
10 years later.
All right, let's get to that. Hold on one second. We're going to watch this battle here, so stick around. Odie Bakshis, Kyle Mohan. Odie Bakshis and Kyle. So Odie out front, our current leader in the Formula Jet points chase as Kyle Mohan chases him down. That KN99 Mazda RX-8 as Odie comes into that second outside zone. Now bringing it on in, and a slow trickle here. And now through that front clip. And now transitioning into that final outside zone. Here goes Odie Bakshis. And Kyle Mohan, you see, just comes up a bit short here. And interesting turn of events there for everybody, all the drivers. But Odie Bakshis, again, our current points leader. You have to think that a lot of these guys...
Channel, and as well as Formula D is going to be cross-posting it as well. So
Awesome.
whatever platform is clever.
Okay, stick around. Let's check out the second half of this battle, and we'll get back to our conversation here. So now Kyle Mohan, he is out front, and he's going to that first outside zone. Now brings it on in. You can see Odie Bakshis, he shallows up, doesn't get all the way out there. Now transitioning into that second outside zone. Again, the 180-degree turn. And there, look, you've even seen our current points leader having some difficulty here. Again, Odie Bakshis, I remember, you know, back in the day, he was kind of like 1,000 horsepower laughing at. Now he's there, and Kyle Mohan with this rotary, he's making it look pretty good, given that he's the lone rotary in the competition, but it's not about horsepower. Right now, it's all about skilled driving as the pace going through the course. Dylan, what's going through your mind watching these guys compete here?
Oh, man, it's like slow-mo, man. It's brutal. Like, the fact that we even went out for this practice session.
What was the outcome here? Odie Bakshis, Kyle Mohan, slide him left for Odie or right for Mohan, as Odie does get the victory. So our current points leader, Odie, gets the win, as we have, as, yeah, Dylan, as Lorette was talking about, getting this thing going. And here comes Jonathan Hurst in that chase position now. You got to think he's got to pace him, but he doesn't want to overcook it in that chase position and end up in the back end of that vet. Now coming into that first outside zone, Jonathan Hurst comes up a bit short, so Jonathan Hurst getting some grip. And look at Matt Field, gets all the way out there. Jonathan Hurst does have that proximity in there. You can see him massaging it, getting out there, knocking out the cone. Oh, getting to the dirt. And now crossing over into that front clip about the third hash mark, and then into that final outside zone. And you can see how it always tightens up kind of when they go into here, then tighten it up and get that grip. But everybody, man, everybody's hitting that finish line cone, I tell you what.
If we start seeing a few wisps of smoke,
yep,
and the drivers will self-dry. But you can see a little bit of areas where there's been some accumulation of
puddles
of water. Yeah, and when we got here this morning, it hadn't rained last night, so we got the blower out there and swept everything off. But even a little bit of rain, as you can see at the beginning, does make it quite slippery. Here we go, Jonathan Hurst, second run, taking the lead.
Jonathan Hurst, Matt Field here on the second run of this battle. Jonathan Hurst brings on in. Look at Matt Field getting spicy here, even though it might be a little cold. Jonathan Hurst goes out to that second outside zone. Matt Field coming in shallow. Hurst using all of the course, that Cash Racing G37. Now, like you said, Ryan, you're seeing just little puffs of steam hitting those puddles into that front inside clip. And now in that final outside zone, Jonathan Hurst comes in hot. Oh, look at that. Using all the course goes Jonathan Hurst and Matt Field. Oh, going off course. Little rally vet action. Let's take a look. Outcome of Field and Jonathan Hurst. Again, second in points. There's a one more time. And Ryan, there it is. So it is an OMT. So I'd love to throw it down to Ryan Lontaine to elaborate.
Ryan, real quick, if I could, Jared. So the straightening by Field, that was not an incomplete for you guys?
Well, I think that was, and then just the way that Jonathan missed everything, basically, in his chase run, and ended up bumping Matt off the track. It came down to a lot of mistakes, and the contact kind of turning into not a chase that we want to even score. He cheated so much outside zone one. He was way on the inside of the course with no proximity, and then the contact. And he had an area where he had very low angle as well. So we just kind of combined all of that and said that's kind of an incomplete, basically. And then Matt had a better chase, but with a straighten. So just turned into a big mess.
So basically, like the chase is zeroed out, the leads evened it up.
Yeah, all really want to see them go again and hopefully have a cleaner run, both of them.
Here we go, back to the live action. Dai Yoshihara, turn 14 distribution, Falcon Tires, BRZ, Trent Beecham in that Nexon Tires S14.5. Dai Yoshihara into that second outside zone. You can see him get to the edge of the track. Gotta tell you, I love the Sabal creative livery on Dai Yoshihara's car. Probably one of my favorite now. Slowly crawls both of them into, ooh, Trent Beecham. That is a large correction there as Dai Yoshihara manipulates the vehicle to maintain that angle, transitions over. That's a very difficult spot there, Ryan, just on that inside clip and trying not to go on the inside.
Yeah, and what to do about the momentum you carry from outside zone. Still be in the chase if they think that Beecham's got it incomplete.
Yeah, this gets very difficult, and I can see Trent Beecham, you know, he has windshield wipers in the car, but they're not working, so that's got to definitely impair his vision as now slamming into that inside, excuse me, that outside zone. The first one here is Beecham has a beeline towards that second outside zone. Now he gets out to, ooh, looks like almost got into the dirt. And now Dai Yoshihara shallowing up. Beecham, it's like he's thrashing his way through that second outside zone, takes out the clip. Now into that final outside zone goes Beecham. But then look at that, the car grips up and barely just dips a toe into that final out. And let's go ahead and hit those scores. Dai Yoshihara, Trenton Beecham, slide him left for Dai Yoshihara, and it looks like Dai Yoshihara will be getting the win. Remember, we have the one more time, and Trenton Beecham unfortunately knocked out the... So there you have it. Check out that series of Dylan Hughes flat out with Permatex and his journey to hit 200 miles per hour. All right, look at these two veterans, Dean Carney, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Again, you catch that series on Permatex as Vaughn Gittin Jr., that Monster Energy NATO Tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D, but it looks like the Oracle Lighting, Nexon Tires Dodge Viper is ready to throw down. Dean Carney qualifying 12th, Vaughn Gittin Jr. qualifying 21st. Didn't see the car in the driver's intro, but now here he is. I believe he had to change out the transmission is what he texted me. So yeah, the gearbox, excuse me. Here we go. Dean Carney, Oracle lights are on as he comes into that first outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr., not an ideal wet setup. He comes in very shallow and now comes on into that second outside zone, bringing it all the way out and working it into that front clip. You can see Dean Carney, some separation here. Let's see how they handle that final outside zone. Crawling into it. And Dean Carney puts that back left tire. So our defending champion, Vaughn Gittin Jr., struggling here in the wet, chasing down the Irish driver, Dean Carney.
Yes, you definitely want to underline. One's named James Dean, the other is Chris Forsberg. Vaughn trying to become the third.
Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. will lead. Dean Carney giving chase. These guys got their signature lights, the RTR signature grill lights. Oh, look at that. Little yank of the handbrake, gets it all the way out to that outside zone. Seems like the fresh air or the fresh water getting the mister, keeping the car cool. And oh, something happened there. It looks like the attitude of the vehicle almost looks like he hit a pothole, but I don't think that was the case. Now through that second outside zone, coming in on the front clip. Both these guys navigated around it properly. Some distance created between them. Vaughn, look at that. Gets it all the way to the outside of the edge of the course, almost getting into that wall, Ryan.
Well, a big battle here. A little bit of a distance there, but the judges quickly going to the scorecards here.
Wow, look at this. So Dean Carney gets 1, 2, and takes out your defending champion. That is unanimous. So Vaughn Gittin Jr. back here in the NOS Energy Drink Top 32. NOS Energy Drink, the official energy drink of Formula Drift, human horsepower. Paducah, Kentucky versus San Jose, California. We are back for the one more time battle between Field and Hurst. Am I seeing dry spots there, Ryan? Is that a dry spot? Let's get it more dry, boys. Here we go. Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst, splashing in the puddles, coming into that first outside zone. Looks like speeds are mildly picking up. Let's see how they handle this coming into that second outside zone. Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst coming in shallow, gaining some confidence. Both these drivers through that second outside zone. Let's see how they handle right here.
Kind of on point.
Yeah,
Hurst right here.
That's what I'm saying, right? Let's keep it going, everybody. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Let's go down. Dry those flows. As Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst, run one of this top 32 battle. This is a one more time
job there in the lead position. We'll see if he can clean up his chase run this time around. Hurst had those moments where he was really close, tapping the front wheel, going wheel to wheel, or tire to tire rather, on that second outside zone. So this one more time battle, well deserved. Let's see if we can get a winner here that moves on in the top 16.
Jonathan Hurst representing Kentucky at Cash Racing G37. See how they handle it going into that first outside zone. See if they learned something from that first battle. Jonathan Hurst, he said, gaining some speeds, picking it up. Into that outside zone, looks like they're mimicking each other from Jonathan Hurst. Oh boy, a little straightening there, almost got some contact. Jonathan Hurst approaching that front clip. You can see him just slightly massaging around the front clip into that final outside zone. Here goes Hurst. That's what he did earlier. Oh, firing off. Sounded like a machine gun. The fans loving it. Real clear. Here we go. So slide him left for Field, right for Jonathan Hurst. And then one more time. Again? Going at it. Oh, there we go.
My goodness.
Ooh, oh, an oomph. Oh, but one of the judges, who was that? Was that Ewell or was that, okay, Chris Ewell saying, Justin Pollock, our number 2 qualifier, versus Chris Forsberg, who barely got in as he incomplete on his first run, and he could score no higher than 31. And Chris Forsberg will be chasing down JTP in that Falcon Tires Roush Performance Ford Mustang. Look up JTP underneath the tower of power. Little Manji flick entry there for JTP. Get to that outside zone. Justin Pollock filling all of it. Now transitioning in to that second outside zone. Justin Pollock throwing a lot of angle at it. Look at all that angle from JTP. Massive angle, tapping and knocking over those cones. Now exiting out. Let's see how they handle this inside clip. Just massaging it around. And now into that final outside zone for JTP and Chris Forsberg. Forsberg does, oh, and JTP spins out. Oh man, that is a big break there for, or not a big break, but a bummer for JTP. Oh, it just, I mean, like you said, Ryan, nobody likes the rain, except obviously Dean Carney. He says, I hope it rains all night, we're gonna win this.
And so let's switch things up now. Chris Forsberg will go to the lead position, and Justin Pollock will chase him down.
Yeah, all right, so taking a look at the radar. Looks like we do have a bit of a window for some dry. We might see some later on, but let's see. Here we go, the second half of this battle, Ryan. Chris Forsberg got a bit of a lucky break there. If he can keep together.
Pollock's got nothing to lose here.
Yeah, Pollock has nothing to lose. I have a feeling he's really going to go for it, and Chris Forsberg throws it into the outside zone. Justin Pollock shortens it up. Oh, and Chris Forsberg with a quick little correction there outside of that outside zone 2. Now approaching that front clip.
Look at that mirroring effect.
Nice job. Really good job by Justin Pollock. If Chris Forsberg keeps together, though, unfortunately, I believe it's going to be over for JTP. And as they hit across the finish line, slow motion.
That rain may come to an end here tonight.
What a bummer for JTP. As, like you said, Ryan, he had the advantage, but just over-rotated in that final last outside zone, and that is just the luck or unluck of the draw for JTP. But Chris Forsberg gets the win as he moves on into checking the alignment there because of that contact between JTP and him as they cross the finish line, making sure it's up to snuff. But Chris Forsberg will go against the winner of this battle. They've already completed their sight lap. This is Michael Essa and Rome Charpentier. Michael Essa will lead. He talked about his car getting real gripped up. That's what he wanted for this event, and right now he needs all the grip he can get given the slick conditions. Now sliding into that second outside zone. Looks like he's really working it out, that FCP Euro Liqui Moly BMW on GT radials. And the Federal tires go right. Oh, Rome Charpentier, the garagistic spinning out, gone to the dirt.
All eyes on Essa.
Yeah, all eyes on me, all eyes on Essa. And now into that final outside zone, and unfortunately for Rome, that will be an advantage for Michael Essa.
Honestly, I think that might have been one of the best lead runs I've seen in these conditions from Michael Essa. Even with the mistake that we saw there from Rome with the incomplete, Essa had a great initiation. He looked super set or lead run, and that seems quite implausible.
Yeah, we will see. I mean, you never know. I mean, I didn't think Justin Pollock would spin out there towards the end. It was almost over. Austin Mata hits the wall, in the final. So here we go. Rome Sharpens here on his lead run. The Garage stick. Federal tires. E36 versus a bit of a more modern BMW, but still competitive. Oh yeah, like I said, but Michael Essa, he says, you know what, I'm gonna earn this thing. I'm not just gonna hand it over.
Yeah, if Essa hit him and Rome spun out, then we wouldn't get to see Rome's lead run, and then we would have a one more time type situation.
All right, Rome into that last outside zone. Oh, and loops it. So same spot that JTP
the area
did.
must be real slippery.
Yeah, that's what Chris was just talking about. So Essa will be getting the victory unofficially, and but we will make it official just like that. And here we go. Scores are in, and you have to assume slide them left for Michael Essa, that FCP Euro Liqui Moly BMW. And there it is. Michael Essa gets the win and advances on into the top 16. We have 6 more battles, but that does not include the one more time battle, or the 2 one more time battles of Matt Field and Jonathan Hurst. All right, let's go down to the one more time. And this is Matt Field and Jonathan Hurst. All right, so there's a restart here. Matt Field jumping the light. That's a strike for Matt Field. Let's take a look at the fight cards here between Matt Field and Jonathan Hurst. We've seen it about, according to the numbers, 250 horsepower difference. Got the Infinity G37 of Jonathan Hurst, that Cash Racing G37, and then the Corvette of Matt Field. Matt Field with one strike, jumped the light. And here we go, underneath that tower of power, here we go. Oh, what? Another restart, oh boy. Rack 2, all right.
Was that a cone or light? I missed that one.
Cone, oh boy.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Oof.
This is a little nerve-wracking here for Matt Field. Just be kind of an insult to injury, especially after 2 one more times.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Oh man.
Jeez.
All right, so Matt Field and Jonathan make their way back. I know Chow, Matt Field's spotter, saying, dude, don't hit a cone. Don't jump the light. So a one more time. Second one more time battle. Clear to send. Matt Sopa, turn on the light. Once it extinguishes, it's time to go. Let's see what we got here from Matt Sopa. All right, thumbs up. Seriously, we've seen it once in Japan, once in Canada. We've never seen it, I guess, in the United States. All right, and oh, thank goodness. All right, cool. That'd be a real bummer. Here we go. Matt Field initiating into that first outside zone. The Beast from the Bay and Cash Racing going at it. Here goes Matt Field in that second outside zone. Goes all the way out. Get both of those rear tires inside that outside zone. Oh, and we got contact, my friends. All right, so the question here is that a spin or is that contact? Oh boy.
Well, Cash was definitely pushing the pace, but we've got to see it probably from above and a couple different angles to see if there was any contact there that may have caused that.
Yeah, did the contact cause the spin or did the spin cause the contact? Yeah, so when you watch that front right tire, you got to imagine the other side of the vehicle, what is disrupting and changing the attitude of the tire. Oh man, I'm seeing umbrellas being popped back out. Son of a gun.
Just saw our race director head over to the spotter's room asking if Matt Field's car is okay, if Jonathan Hurst's vehicle is okay. I think they may want to inspect it, and if that's the case, then we'll have to ascertain fault, and then that means we would need to get a result from the judges. All right, so no driver wants to get a look at it. That could be pretty risky.
All right, here we go again. Like you said, ascertaining fault. Okay, whose fault is it? So Hurst will lead. Got a clean start. Hurst, that cash rate. Oh wow, got that active fender. Once again, we saw that. Saw that earlier today as in Pro Spec. Oh man, cash racing G37 gets out there. That field you can see kind of just buffering as he goes to the side of the G37. They are crawling right there.
Yeah.
That is,
I think you could almost run faster than that.
yo, I think you can run fast than that, Ryan. Yeah, that is absolutely crawling right there. Oof. That is tough. That is really, really tough. Oh man, Matt's, oh boy. He's from the Bay, angry. Yeah,
Well,
it's just frustrating. You know, 2-1 more times, going at it. Less than ideal.
Are in.
Wow, that was very quick. Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst, sliding left for Field or right for Jonathan Hurst. And looks like Matt Field will be getting the win after 2-1 more times. Definitely a tough one there for Matt Field after, you know, 2 hard-fought battles, just less than ideal situations. 2 Nissan Zs. Who's going to come out on top? Jeff Jones, Alec Robbins, both V8, ready to get after it. And Here we go, Jeff Jones. Yeah, these things are ablazing. Jeff Jones comes into that first outside zone. That 818 coming to us from Los Angeles. Got Minnesota's own Facetto Nissan Z into that second outside zone. Shooting out those cones. I know Jeff Jones throwing it down. Doing the soldier boy, right? Superman. Let's see if he can bring it on home as Alec Robbins gets some separation here. Tries to play catch up. Jeff Jones making it look good.
All right.
That Edelbrock supercharged V8 818.
Robbins.
So Jones, Robbins will now lead. The winner will go against either Kazuya Taguchi or Dan Burkett. And here goes Robbins out front. That Facetto Nissan Z. It's an all Z battle, all V8s under the hood. See Jeff Jones. Applies the pressure there in that first outside zone. And now digging into that second, that big, long 180 degree. And into that front clip. Good angle there from Jones. Alec Robbins, like I said, pulled away earlier. Oh, and Robbins almost looked like getting that angle right there. Very cool, but couldn't see exactly where Jones was on that final outside.
We'll get into that.
All right, so scores are in here. Jeff Jones, Alec Robbins, slide him left for Jones or right for Alec Robbins, and it looks like Alec Robbins will get the victory.
Making it
Alec
real clear.
Robbins, and that was unanimous. I want to wrap out with you there, Ryan Lontaine, Toyota 86, and then Dan Burkett in his Rad Industries Gear Wrench Toyota Supra. Kazuya Taguchi out front. Let's see how Taguchi throws down. Dan Burkett initiates a little bit early, setting him up on the inside line. Now into this second outside zone. There goes Kazuya Taguchi, and there you go. Lontaine was talking about that. If you just get out to where the other lead driver is, you're going to be consistent with that lead driver. And past that inside clip, Taguchi and Burkett. And into that final outside zone right.
Yeah, seeing these drivers out on course, just knowing how incredibly difficult this position here in the second half of the battle.
All right, Dan Burkett Rat Industries, Gear Wrench, Toyota Supra. And the chase car, Kazuya, did hit the cone, but it's all about the lead car hitting the cones. And there goes Dan Burkett. Whoa, big angle here from Dan Burkett. And that got a little interesting there. It looks like Dan Burkett maxed out the angle, but I'm gonna have to look at that again. You know, did Dan almost come to a halt? So this is getting interesting. This is kind of wacky here.
Yeah.
Don't slam it. Don't save your car.
Well, Taguchi's is not to pass anywhere except for an inside clip if the driver overshoots it. But I think in this situation he may have been trying to avoid a collision.
Right.
So my intuition is that the judges are going to kind of be okay with that. Let's take a look at it. See, Dan coming out of outside zone 1. See, he's angled up there to the point where he's not coming back. Taguchi really had nowhere to go.
No.
So I don't think that, I mean, I think he made the prudent choice, right?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, it looked like Dan was going to come to a halt. So it's like, well, I'm going to go around you. And then Dan kind of reinitiated. So I have to think that's the way it's going to go. And unfortunately for Dan Burkett, he was going to spin, but just didn't. But Kazuya Taguchi will get the win. Kazuya Taguchi in the up garage, 86 will get the win. Dan Burkett is knocked out. Bees, but even side-by-side business. So check them out. Brian Crowler. Go to runbc.com. Save yourself 10% by putting in code Let's Go Racing. Frederick Osbo will lead. Josh Reynolds will give chase. This is run 1 of this top 32 battle. The non-energy drink top 32 battles. Osbo initiates into the outside zone. Ooh, look at this, and Josh Reynolds gets thrown off. Oh, we got some more rain coming down. And Josh completely thrown off. Osbo, this man's drifted on ice, he's drifted on water, he's drifted on all the conditions, man. So unfortunately, that will not help Josh Reynolds. Osbo continues on through the course, but Reynolds already with major mistakes throughout the entirety of the course run.
Yeah, he may be one of the
and a clear run here from Josh Reynolds, or a clear start. The event Silsberg Eurofighter BMW. You see him just almost there. We go now. Gets out to the outside zone. Ryan, the umbrellas are back up. We are catching some more water out here. Wide swing around that front clip. Josh Reynolds having a difficult time here in the wet. And just taps and roosts that dirt up. Throws a little roost, a little brap brap. And just like that. And like I said, Josh really needed a mistake from Osbo, but that was not going to be the case. So Frederick Osbo does get the win. Josh Reynolds is knocked out. 3 more battles left here in top 32. Oh man, come on, baby. Juku Racing and Dylan Hughes, the Permatex, Fast Orange, BMW with the 2J under the hood, and talking about that Fast Orange. That motorcycle going 200 miles per hour. It's going to be pretty exciting, so definitely follow the series on Permatex's YouTube page. Here we go. Dylan Hughes out front, Jonathan Aaron giving chase. Jonathan Aaron coming into that outside zone. Oh man, rain is coming down. It is thick. Now coming into that second outside zone. Like I said, Rain-X being utilized on that vehicle for sure. Through that second outside zone. Making it look good there, D. Hugh. And Jonathan Aaron tracking him down. That first inside clip is absolutely brutal. It is very slick right there. Now in that last outside zone, Dylan Hughes brings it across the finish line.
Well, Dylan Hughes kind of on
the course, and Aaron looked very confident as well. Just that front clip, where you see a lot of the slowing down. And here goes Aaron through the start chicane. Headlights are on, and now coming into that first outside zone. Both of them filling that outside zone. And into the second. Both are right in the line. You can see Aaron just get a little deeper there. Ooh, almost some contact, but avoiding it. Nice job by Naren and hammering down both these guys in that final outside zone. Dylan a little bit timid. Oh, and Naren spins out across the finish line.
Well, Hughes may have been able to kind of keep the battle a bit more compressed, but
right.
I don't think.
Yeah, being from Snoqualmie, Washington, the PNW, a lot of moisture obviously up there. Now living in Southern California, but his driving history as Dylan Hughes gets the win. The Dozer in that Permatex vehicle gets the win. Let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel. Lorette, what's up?
In it for the rest of competition, assuming that this is how it's going to be if they're going to make that change.
Yep. Here we go to our second to last battle, and it is another boy from the Pacific Northwest, Travis Reeder versus Yves Meyer. Yves Meyer from Switzerland, so he's used to some less than ideal conditions, more snow than wet. But Travis Reeder, that Link BMW, so an all BMW battle here once again. And look at that, Travis Reeder looking more like a jet ski, man. That thing is throwing an absolute roost, and now looking like a two-stroke motorcycle, throwing the dirt rooster. Now coming into this final outside zone. Man, wouldn't even think the track is wet the way Reeder's driving.
Yeah, that one little dirt drop there near the end of outside zone 2, but he was looking really on this tighter line. So that's got to give Reeder at least an advantage on the first lap there.
All right, here we go into run 2. Yves Meyer will now lead. Travis Reeder will give chase. Let's see how Yves goes out front with a clean air, not getting sprayed in the face. So it looks like we will have a restart here from Yves. Don't know if he, did he jump or did he hit a cone? All right, looks like he hit a cone, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, not getting sprayed. Got it. Yep. Utilizing those windshield wipers. Riding in the wake. Spraying away out here. Getting all wet. As Yves Meyer will now lead. One strike against him.
Look at the splashing water there.
Right.
Left-hand side.
Yep.
Still coming down. Come on now.
Here we go, Yves Meyer, Travis Reeder, tip to tail on initiation. Now comes into that first outside zone. Yves transitions.
Wow.
And look at Reeder.
Reeder making it real clear right now.
Yeah, well, Reeder and Hughes growing up in the same area. These guys, you know, good friends. Obviously, you're going to see them potentially if Reeder obviously gets the win, but you can see the composure here from Reeder. Yves Meyer down the outside zone like that. Look at Yves.
Yeah, he had that one little flub right there before.
And the scores are in just like that. Reeder and Meyer, and look at Reeder. Man, this guy going for it. I'm telling you, this thing looks like a jet ski more than it does a drift car. The way he's driving that thing. All right, so Travis Reeder, the Walmart greeter, the speed reader, works